Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to learn how to load data in Tableau and how we can prepare our data before we start with the analysis. So in our last video, we have seen how we can load our data set in Tableau. So let us do it. Here I have my data. It will take a couple of seconds to load the data. So once done, it has directly loaded the data and it is showing us the various columns which we have in the data set. We have date, year, month, region, sales representative, brand, customer industry, sales channel, and sales value. Now here one interesting thing you can see is that on top of each of the column, you are seeing a different kind of symbol for each one of the columns. Here we have a calendar shown. Here we have a green color hash. Here it's a ABC written in blue, right? Again ABC written in blue. So what does each of these symbols signifies? So it signifies that our date field name is having the date type. Our year field name is a numerical or a continuous data type. Similarly, the months are in a text data type like Jan, February, March. Then similarly, region is again into a text data type and so on. So here we get a first-hand idea of the data types of the various columns we have. Now suppose I want to rename this date field with, let's say, start date. Yeah, now you can see it is showing as start. So you can change the name of the columns as per your convenience. Also, if you want to change the data type of any particular column, you can simply right click on the data type and you can see there are multiple data type options given here. So if I want to convert it into numerical decimal data type, and you can see it has generated decimal places to the sales value. Now before going into the worksheet, you have to make sure that your connection is marked into extract. Let me quickly explain what is the difference between live connection and extract connection. Live connection is used when we are working on a real-time data which is connected through internet or server. If you want to work on an offline data which you are loading from your own system, you will select on extract to work offline. Say for example, you are traveling by a flight and you want to analyze your data set. Now you don't have internet connection or server connection, so you can work on an extract mode. Now once it is done, you will simply click on sheet 1 and it will take you to the worksheet. Now on the left hand side of the screen, you can see all the fields has been listed down. You can find out that all the ABCs or the text data types which are known as dimensions, they are listed on the top, and the numerical ones which is known as measures, they are listed on the below. Now let's suppose you want to change your data set, right? You want to load a new data set. So you can again go back to data source and click here, edit connection. Once you click on this, it will give you the option to again load a new data set. Now I want to load sample superstore. Now one interesting thing to see. In the previous data set that we have imported, we had only one single sheet. Now that has directly loaded in this blank space. Now here we can see there are 3 sheets showing up. Because in our original data set, you can see there are 3 sheets: orders, returns, and people. Now here, where there is some information about the orders placed given. Also, we have a separate sheet which tells us about the returns, which order has either returned or not returned. Similarly, we have one more sheet named as people, where there are given the regions and the person who is managing those regions. Now, if I want to analyze that which country or which city has the most number of returns happening. Now here we have the country, city on the order sheet, but the return details on the another sheet. That means I want to first join both these order and return sheet and then extract the information. So if I want to only analyze a particular sheet, that is the order, I can simply drag it here. So it is showing all the columns which we have in the order sheet. Now if you want to remove this order and get the people data, you can see here it is showing just 2 columns where we have the person and the region. I can remove it again and now bring the return. It is showing the two rows, which is having the return details and the order ID. Now, if I want to bring all these three sheets together and I want to merge it together and so that our analysis is more valid and more insightful, so I already have the return one. Now next I want to drag the order one. And it has done a join here. Similarly, if I want to now merge people also, I will drag this as well. Now all these three sheets are merged together. Now if you see the final data that we are going to analyze, we have the return column with the order ID, row ID, order date, ship date. We are now having the person column also showing up along with the region in the main data. Now I can simply go to sheet 1 and can start my analysis. This is how you prepare your data before starting the analysis. It will help you in smoothly analyzing various kind of things which you could not have done analyzing separate sheets individually. Getting back to data source, if you now individually wants to preview that what all kind of data or each of the sheets, you can simply click on these icons and it will display us that what kind of data or what columns we have on that particular sheet. It will also give you the count of rows and fields. Fields are the columns and rows are these records. Similarly, I can check it for the orders. There are 9,994 rows and 21 fields or columns. So I hope it is clear how we can load the data set, how we can make sure our data is ready for analysis. With this, we have come to the end of the video. In the next video, we will understand Tableau data type. See you then. Bye-bye.